Hi everybody, it's Brad again, and I'm just kind of trimming up a Boston fern, a little one that last year when it froze in Texas, my big one kind of froze and I picked some little ones out, and this is one of them. And whenever I transplanted it from the big pot to these little pots, it didn't like it too well at first, but all I'm doing is trimming dead leaves off. Before you use your cutters, wipe them off with alcohol. That way if any of your other plants have a disease, it does not transfer from plant to plant. I had just done that before I turned on the video, and then I just started cutting these little sticks off. Is all I'm doing. This is a quick one. And then I kind of pick some of the trash out of the pot itself using the big tweezers. That I wipe them off with alcohol also. But I try to keep most of the pots free of debris or free of dead leaves, little rocks like that. Another little rock. But I mix rocks in my potting soil when I repot. It seems to help the plants a little bit. Usually in potting soil I'll put a little bit of sand, a little bit of rocks, and use regular potting soil. Sometimes I put a little compost in it. Sometimes I put a little chicken poop. I have some rusty nails I put in it. Epsom salt. All of that kind of stuff. The plants seem to like it. I have a gardenia that was losing its leaves, and I just started poking rusty nails in it. And then I had read where Epsom salt was good for plants, so I threw a little bit of that in there, and the plant is starting to look a whole lot better now. Okay, here's another Boston fern, and I'm just gonna wipe my tools off. I don't know if y'all can see, I'm wiping them off now with alcohol on a towel. But my towel is hanging because we are in the hoop house. People laugh at me because I call it a hoop house, but we built a hoop house last year, and that's what we're in right now. The hoop house is a 12 by 20, and we built it, and it's pretty full of plants. I had a big ficus tree. I went and talked to a man that does bonsai trees, and the ficus tree had got so big I was having a hard time bringing it in and out for winter. And they told me at the bonsai place, just cut it off wherever I want to cut it. And so I came home and cut it off, and my 10-foot ficus tree is now probably about 1.5 feet tall, maybe 2 foot. And it's growing like crazy now. It was another one that it survived the freeze last year. All of the limbs on it froze, but it came back out, so it'll keep growing, hopefully. I want to make it a bonsai tree, but through the years I have taken and have 16, I think it was 16 or 17 little ficus trees that I have started from the one main ficus tree. I had a friend of mine that lived with me, the person they had lived with previously called me and told me they have this ficus tree there to come get it. So I went over and got it, and that was probably 30 years ago. And like I say, it got so big it was too heavy for me to pick up and carry. So I cut it off, repotted it, and it's like 1.5 feet tall. Not a whole lot to it. Most all of this stuff I do with all these plants is just, let's try and see what it does, and if it dies, I'll get another one, and if it lives, I did it right. So if y'all have ideas of how to do some of this stuff better, feel free to let me know, because to me this is just something to do that is relaxing, and it's a stress-free thing for me. I know I kind of get off topic every now and then, but it's okay. See, all of this is new growth. All of these little ones right here. This was the main plant that I planted in this pot. All of that is new. That just came up this year. Just so you can see. Like I say, I just trim and keep doing like I want to. And part of the time I hope it lives, and part of the time it does, and part of the time it don't. But that's about all on that one.